Hello everybody, this is another match of Round 2, Season 2 of Regional King Johto versus Unova. Let's jump right into this as Platinum is going to throw out Among Us and Cincino versus the oh-so-powerful startup from Typhlosion and Jumpluff for Johto. How you doing today, guys? Drop a comment down below of how you think this match will go. We know that there is redirection on the side of Unova, and also there is plenty of power that can come out of that little rodent. We also know of Johto's insane power output via explosions from the Typhlosion, and it's actually eruptions, not explosions. It is currently 7 in the morning on a Saturday, and I am half asleep as we see Gummy with the Johto squad is going to go into terrestrialization into the Typhlosion spot to boost its power output even further to unimaginable degrees. This Typhlosion can do lots of damage as Platinum is going to use terrestrialization on the Unova side onto the Among Us into a water type. Great for a lot of metas and great for this specific matchup. How much damage will it be able to take as he go ahead and protects the Cincino spot? Rage Battle comes out from the Jumpluff to redirect moves into itself. Both sides have redirection. Eruption is going to come out solely into the Among Us, which is water type and very bulky. Let's see how much damage this does! Whoa, that does less than half, but that does more than probably ever expected. And Spore does not affect the Jumpluff as it is a grass type, as I believe it is powder moves do not affect grass types to begin with, I believe is the mechanic. And oh my gosh, what a blunder! I'm sure the crowd has realized it. But we have black sludge on the Among Us, so it took Among Us? The Among Us, so it took extra damage. Oh my gosh, I am flabbergasted. It took extra damage because it's a water type and not a poison type anymore, as Rock Blast from this loaded dice Cincino is going to take out the Jumpluff. They do not have to worry about redirection anymore, as it has been hit 4 times, but Eruption is going to come out from the Typhlosion spot. Will Unova be able to do anything? Oh my gosh! Among Us hangs on. I can't even say its name. Among Us hangs on and Cincino dies. Pollen Puff goes into the Typhlosion to do just a little tiny bit of chip damage, and this black sludge is going to take out Bugatti the Among Us, if I can remember how to say the actual Pokemon species name. The Johto squad is thinking about what Mon to move in, while Unova is thinking about which of both Mons to move in, as Scrafty comes out, and Alligator comes out, and then the Green Goblin himself, Superior, is going to come out. The Unova squad is starting this match on their back leg. Let's see what both of these squads have come up to do. It is a very interesting sight to see dual starters on one side via Alligator and Typhlosion, and we got the third starter, which is also a grass starter of Superior. Is this a Future Legends games, guys? I don't know. Eruption comes out again very fast and just takes out the field. It's game, set, match. 2 turns, 4 deaths. Typhlosion is so peak. We are going to move on to the next match in this set. Obviously, note, technically the Among Us took itself out with the black sludge, but enough damage was done from Eruption. You might as well just give it to Typhlosion. That was an insane showcase of how powerful Typhlosion can be when supported correctly. So the Unova squad comes out with a completely different setup, and a completely different setup for the Johto squad too. The Unova squad has Chandelure and Hydreigon, and then the Johto squad starts off with Politoed and Kingdra, a rain set. This is completely flipped what was expected from what we've seen with previous matchups. This is insane to see. I do apologize if we hear a little bit of background noise. I'm currently in a public park recording, and there was a family who's very wonderful running by. I don't know how much noise they're making in this microphone. As the Chandelure is going to protect itself, Weather Ball is going to come out of Aqua Lance into the protected spot of Chandelure, doing no damage. Draco Meteor is going to come out of the Hydreigon spot, completely taking out that little dragon that I cannot remember its name in the moment of Kingdra. Why am I going brain dead? I am all over the place. Ice Beam is going to do a little bit of damage into the uno, dos, tres of the Hydreigon. Feraligatr comes out for the Johto squad. This is a completely different matchup from what we saw in match 1, and a completely different matchup from the Johto squad than we've really seen to this point, guys. Showing the versatility of Johto. Hoenn is not the only team that can do Weather Wars. Johto is showing its strength here. It can do Weather Wars too. Draco Meteor is going to come out doing a decent bit of chip damage, all things considered of how little HP this Hydreigon has. And Feraligatr is going to be finished off from the Energy Ball from the Chandelure. It didn't get to do anything, and Politoed is just sitting there holding an Encore into the Chandelure, which is going to be encored into Energy Ball, which probably won't help out too much for this matchup, guys. I don't know if Gummy was thinking that it was going to outspeed and get him encored into Protect. I'm unforsure at this point. We do see flashing potential Perish Song from the Politoed, but I doubt he's going to go for that. We're going to act like we're not looking at the screen together at the same time, from Gummy's perspective, because this is how the tournament was recorded. But enough meta. This Porygon 2 is very bulky, so we will see what onslaught it can take, as predictably the Hydreigon gets switched out, as it has such low special attack right now, into Rosh-Pushin the Conkeldurr. Good nicknames all around on both sides of the tournament. This has been an amazing matchup, as the Politoed turns into a Dragon type, to where now that encored Energy Ball cannot do super effective damage into it. Energy Ball is going to come out predictably into the Poliwhirl spot, doing 9-0. Hydro Pump is going to come out, and Hydro Pump misses! Oh, Platinum would never, as Ice Beam goes into the Conkeldurr spot. And a bit of chip damage is healed from the leftovers from this Politoed. The Flame Orb is going to burn the Conkeldurr, revealing that this is a Guts set. Extra damage output. Will this Unova squad be able to take all the extra damage output? We shall see. It is still under rain, as smartly Platinum switches out into the Cinccino, gets out of that Encore to where it's not stuck, doing no damage. Terastallization comes out into the Conkeldurr spot, into the Fighting type, to do extra damage. We're probably going to see a Mach Punch go straight into this Porygon 2. Let's see how much... Oh! What is going on? The Hydro Pump goes force, taking out the Cinccino. I'm confused about Tornador right now. Terra Blast is going to hit Conkeldurr. Drain Punch. He wanted to get some HP back. Massive damage, completely taking out this Porygon 2. Is this going to heal more than half? It does. It heals more than half into the Conkeldurr spot, leaving Politoed, Dragon Terra, in this rain by himself to potentially really not be able to do a lot. It is going to be thwarted by potentially a Hydreigon and or a Chandelure coming out. Uno dos tres, the Hydreigon is what is sent out. Gummy and the Johto squad are on their back leg for what feels like the first time in this tournament. Draco Meteor is going to come out, and it's going to miss! Ice Beam is going to come out. Is it going to take out the Hydreigon? It does not do enough damage, but it is frozen! Holy all in Jesus! Drain Punch is going to go out into the poly wool toad thing spot. It's Polytoad, and it dies. The match is over. The freeze doesn't matter. We're going on to Game 3 for this Johto versus Unova squad. Johto is punching well above their weight compared to what they did the previous season and were expected to do going into this season. But Unova, which has always been very strong, brings them to Game 3. I'm excited to see how this goes. Drop a comment down below. At this point, who do you think's going to win? And what is your favorite moment so far? I'm trying to fill the void as the Unova squad begins match 3 by throwing out Chandelure and Amoonguss. And Typhlosion and Jumpluff, the bread and butter, come out on this Johto side. Let's see if some potential strategy changes happen within the typical lead up of how this squad normally likes to function, just throwing out eruptions, doing as much damage as possible. Will this Johto squad be able to move on to the next round, or will its Cinderella run be ended right here? Will Unova prove to be continually potent, or will its run end here as we await Gummy and Platinum, the leaders of these squads, to use their moves? And the Amoonguss is going to be switched out into the Hydreigon spot. Rage Powder is going to go out from the Jumpluff, commanding all attention into it. Scorching Sands is going to come out, and it is going to almost fully take out the Chandelure. Heat Wave is going to boost the power of Fire-type moves from Typhlosion, which we believe he is Choice Lock, so that might not matter in this exact moment. And Jumpluff is going to still survive from a super effective Heat Wave. This Jumpluff is surprisingly bulky. You think it's a little piece of paper floating in the wind, but it could take some surprising damage. Really, both teams have similar amount of damage on them at this exact time. Neither team is really on their back foot, although being choice locked as Typhlosion is potentially on your back foot as a Protect comes out. And at this point, he can't really hit either one of these Mons, being protected and levitating with Scorching Sands. It's going to be a dull turn. Rage Powder is going to come out, still protecting the Typhlosion for one more turn though, as Snarl is going to come out, and it's going to miss the one that it wanted to hit in Typhlosion. Typhlosion stays undamaged as Jumpluff is taken out. From a commentator's perspective, it does seem that it is obvious that this Typhlosion needs to be switched out this turn ASAP. But we will see what choices he makes. From a commentator's perspective, I see the play that he needs to have to stand up here, and I'll just call it out. He needs to switch out the Typhlosion into the Porygon 2 to take some bulk damage and to be able to reset your choice item. As I call it, not even from memory, because it's been several months since this match, the Porygon 2 comes out as predicted. Download Boost raises its physical attack. Aqua Jet is going to go ahead and take out that Chandelure. My screen has fallen asleep. It is now woken up. Crocs being Life Orb, the Feraligatr that finally gets to do something, takes a little bit of chip damage, and it takes a lot of damage from this Hydreigon. It is now down to just 17 HP. It really will not be able to survive this next turn. Roof Rat, the Mincino, I don't remember the difference, I believe it's Cincino, is going to come out. I'm sure I've called it the wrong name this entire tournament. Shall Gummy preserve the Feraligatr, or shall he try to get some extra quick chip damage, as Terastallization is going to come out from none other than Platinum side into the Cincino, into normal type, further boosting extra damage. Is this going to be a tail slap from this loaded dice Cincino? It is going to protect, it is going to scout, it doesn't, Platinum doesn't know exactly what's going to happen. And clearly neither does Gummy, as previously called. Snarl is going to come out. It's going to not hit the protected, and it is going to hit the Porygon 2, lowering its decently high special attack. Ice Beam is going to come out into the Hydreigon spot, but due to the lower... Oh my god, it's a second freeze into the Hydreigon! This Hydreigon and Porygon 2 rivalry! This Porygon 2 does not want this Hydreigon to do anything! Oh my gosh, it's landed 2 Ice Beams onto the Hydreigon spot, and both times it has gotten the 10% chance to freeze. What are the odds? Terastallization is going to come out, maybe surprisingly, from Gummy's squad into the Feraligatr to get one last extra damage push to try to do maximum possible damage. Aqua Jet, Terra Boosted, is going to come out and not do really hardly anything into this Cincino. Tail Slap is going to come out, and it's going to be avoided by Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is just doing everything. Hydreigon thaws out immediately. The freeze really didn't matter. And Feraligatr goes down. This has been a crazy last couple of turns. Terra Blast is going to come out into the Cincino spot, almost taking it out, but quite not enough. This Typhlosion, fully healthy still, is going to come out. What amount of damage will it be able to do? Will it be able to do enough damage to meaningfully turn the tides of this match, as Gummy's really kind of on his back leg? Cincino is going to go ahead and protect. Eruption is going to come out of the Typhlosion spot, and it's going to hit solely into Hydreigon. Is it enough damage? It is not enough damage, only bringing it to half health. Snarl is going to come out and do a critical hit. Oh my gosh, further lowering the special attack and damage output of Eruption. Ice Beam is going to go into the Hydreigon spot and also not do enough. It does not look like Gummy's squad in this Johto squad has enough firepower to continue. It appears that this is the last chance, and it's probably not going to get it, as this Tail Slap is going to go into the Porygon 2 spot, getting a critical hit on the first turn. So many RNG opportunities have exploded through this match on both sides. This is insane, as I'm holding back some gas as this Eruption comes out and takes out the Cincino. Hydreigon barely survives. This match still looks like it could go any direction, but Hydreigon is going to be able to get a little bit of damage off. Ice Beam is going to come out and go ahead and take out this Hydreigon. Is this game set match? The commentator wasn't paying attention. No, it's not game set match. There's clearly still a Pokemon in the back, which is what I thought was going to happen. And that Pokemon is none other than Amoonguss. Will it be able to survive the onslaught of damage between these two Pokemon? Eruption that is doing less damage does a decent amount of damage, all things considered. Ice Beam is going to come out into this Amoonguss spot, bringing it down to half health. Spore is going to go into the Typhlosion spot, putting him to sleep. This Amoonguss on its back leg is showing that it doesn't need high damage output to be able to potentially take over a match, as it finally gets health recovery from that black sludge, as it is not to acidize. Drop a comment down below if you've ever made that mistake. Lots of people have. Ice Beam doing further damage into this spot. Surprisingly, doesn't go for the spore, goes for immediate damage. Doesn't want to try to put both mons to sleep. Interesting strategy here. Ice Beam is going to come out as this Porygon 2 survived. Will Typhlosion still stay napping, or will he awake? He is still sleeping. Somebody needs to wake him up, or this match is going to be over as more damage goes into the Mungus slot. Barely living. Pollen Buff isn't going to take out Porygon 2. It's going to survive on 2 HP. Look at its wheels moving so slowly. Will Typhlosion be able to wake up? And in this match, once and for all, it wakes up. We see the eruption come out. And game, set, match. Johto moves on to the next round. We can't help but wonder of how this match would have ended if he would have spored the Porygon 2 slot. Would he have had enough turns to be able to take both of them out while continuing to heal Black Sludge damage? We don't know. But on to the next round, guys. Thank you.